Hi everyone, my name is Sanjay and today we'll be learning the last 8 measures of Old McDonald. So last week we learned the first 8 measures, today we'll learn the last 8 measures. And at the end of the video I'll be playing the whole song, all 16 measures. And yeah. Okay, so as you saw on the computer, I'm going to be now teaching you the theory side of these last 8 measures of Old McDonald. So totally there's 16 measures in the song. Right now we're learning the last 8. Last week we learned the first 8. So if you didn't learn those first 8 measures, go watch my video from last week. So we know the time signature is 4/4, and these are the last 8 measures, so we know there's 8 measures here. So, now, look, as we can see here, we have both hands playing, and right hand is quarter note, half note, and left hand is actually intervals, quarter note, and half note. And this is 4 beats, because 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 beats in total. So we have 2 hands playing at the same time. This is the first time ever we're doing 2 hands, and left hand is playing intervals. So first let's cover the intervals. We're gonna have second intervals. As we remember, identifying the intervals. There's union intervals, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then an octave. So this is second because we count 1, 2. So this is second. So now let's identify the notes. This right hand note here, it's going to be a middle C because we can go from E down to D, and what's below D is C. And these 3 notes are going to be the same exact notes. So these 3 notes are C. And this first C is a quarter note, the second C is a quarter note, and the third C is a half note. Now, for the left hand, we have G-A played at the same time with 2 fingers. So this bottom note down here is going to be a G, and the top note is going to be an A. And this is not actually how you write G-A. You write it like this. You write it like G-A, bottom to top. So these next 3 intervals will be G-A2, G-A, 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 because they're on the same. These notes are on the same space and line. This is G-A and this is G-A. So the first G-A is quarter note, second G-A is another quarter note, and the third GA interval is half note. So this C, this middle C, and this GA will be played together, quarter note, same beat, 1 beat. And this second GA interval and middle C will be played together, and these half notes will be played together. So the next measure, we're gonna have the same thing. It's C, 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 G, A, G, A, G, A, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, half note, half note. So now this C will be played with this GA, this C will be played with this GA interval, and this half note C will be played with this half note interval. So So these two measures will be 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, 4 beat. 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, 4 beat. And then for the next measure, we have it a little bit different. It's going to be all quarter notes. So it's going to be 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, 4 beat. So each note is a beat. There's no half notes. And all these notes are going to be middle C. As you can go from E down to D down to C. This is a C, and the rest of these notes are going to be C, and they're going to be quarter notes. And these on the left hand, the interval is GA again. So they're going to be all quarter notes too. And now you're going to play this C with this GA interval, this C with this GA interval, this C with this GA interval, this C with this GA interval. So that's how it's going to be played together, and all quarter notes. Each one goes for 1 beat. Now this next measure is the same thing as these two measures. It's 2 quarter notes and 1 half note. And it's the same notes, G A, G A, G A, C, C, C. So this C will be played with this GA interval, this C will be played with this GA interval, and this half note C will be played with this GA interval. Now, this section is basically moo moo here, moo moo there in the Old McDonald form. Now, this is where it ends, this last 3 notes. Now it goes back to Old McDonald had a farm. So, Old McDonald had a farm. So, now it's going to be, it's not going to be both hands playing at the same time. It's going to be alternating again, like the first 8 measures, as we saw last week. So, this is going to be, we're going to be playing left hand first. So once you get done with this measure, switch over to your left hand. Keep your right hand in position, but you're going to just be playing with your left hand. So, no right hand, left hand. So left hand will be C, 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 G. It's like the measures from last week. So it's going to be middle C, middle C, middle C, G. So this is all quarter notes. As you can see, this is C. We go from A up to B up to C. And these 3 notes are C, and this note is G because it's on the G space. So, next measure, it's A, A, G. And the 2 A's are at the beginning of the measure are quarter notes, and the G is a half note. So, we can tell these are A notes because it's on the A line, and this is a G because it's on the G space, and this will be hold for 2 beats. You're going to hold this note for 2 beats. This G will be held for 2 beats. Now, for the next measure, second to last measure, measure 15, we're going to have E, E, D, D. So, all of these notes are quarter notes. This is E because, oh, by the way, we're going to be switching to right hand. So, this is right hand now. So, this is E, and this is E because it's on the E line. This is D, and this is D because it's right below E, which is D. So, this is E, E, D, D. All of them are quarter notes, no left hand playing. And now for the last measure, it's just right hand playing. And it's going to be middle C, but it's a whole note, which means it's 4 beats in total, and it satisfies our time signature. So this will be middle C, played for 4 beats. And that is the last 8 measures of Old McDonald. Okay, so now that we learned the theory side of the last 8 measures, now we're going to get into the practical and playing the piano. So, for the first measure, we're going to have C, C, C. Oh, before that, we're going to have we want our hands positioned first. So, right hand thumb on this C, and left hand thumb on this C. It's like the positions from last week. So you have your second finger on your left hand on B, third finger on your left hand on A, fourth finger on your left hand on G, and pinky on F. So it's C, B, A, G, F. Now for your right hand, you want your right hand thumb on C, you want your second finger on your right hand on D, you want your third finger on your right hand on E, you want your fourth on F, on your fifth on G. we're not going to be really playing with the 4th and 5th, but it's fine. So get your hands in position, and now we'll play. So for the first measure, our right hand has 2 chord notes and a half note, and it's C, 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 hold for 2 beats. So C, 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 2. So C, 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 2. Now for our left hand, we're going to be playing at the same time, but first we're going to do it separately. It's going to be G and A. So use your 4th and your 3rd. So press G and A at the same time. 4th and 3rd. So G. So 4th and 3rd, G and A. And you want to play that 2 times for 1 beat and 1 more time for 2 beats. So 1, 2, and then the half note, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have to combine both hands. So you want to play your thumb on middle C, and you want your 4th and 3rd to play at the same times. So let's do it again. You have to press your thumb and your 4th finger and 3rd finger on your left hand. Play that at the same time. So your right hand's going to be on thumb on C, and play G, A on your left hand at the same time. So, and then you're going to go again, 1 more beat, 2, and then hold both hands for 2 beats now. 3, 4. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now for the next measure, we're just going to be doing the exact same thing. Same notes, same positions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the next measure, it's all going to be quarter notes, no holding for 2 beats. So it's the same notes. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the next measure, it's just going to be the same as the first 2 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's play all those 4 measures and make sure you got it. So first 2 measures, it's going to be quarter note, half note, half note, and then 4 quarter notes, and then quarter note, half note. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the first 4 measures. So now we'll be going into the next 4 measures, which is basically the measures from last week. Okay, so now for the next 4 measures, we're gonna have, it's gonna be like last week's measures. We're gonna be on our left hand, and it's gonna be alternating. So we're gonna have our thumb, 3 C's, 3 middle C's, and all of these notes are gonna be quarter notes. So 3 middle C and a G with the 4th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's gonna stay on left hand for the next measure, and it's gonna be A, G, and the G is gonna be a half note, and the A's are gonna be a quarter note. So start with the 3rd, and then end with the 4th. So A, G, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for the next measure, we're going to be alternating to our right hand, and it's going to be on E. So 2 E's and 2 D's, all of them are going to be quarter notes. So play the E with your 3rd and D with your 2nd. So E, E, Now for the last measure, right hand still, and it's gonna be just a whole note, and it's gonna be middle C. So hold it for 4 beats. C, 2, 3, 4. And that is gonna be the last 4 measures. Now we're gonna head to playing the whole song. Okay, so now I'm gonna play the whole song for you guys, and it's gonna be played really slow. And before you watch me do this, you wanna go back and review the first 8 measures. You can do that. So now let me play. So first, get your hands in position, and I'm gonna be telling you when to switch. So we're gonna be starting on left hand and on C. So switch. 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 Both hands. Switch left hand. Okay, so now I played that whole song. That is going to be it for this week. So practice the whole song, Old McDonald. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.